Lingportal Online School presents
Easter traditions in Great Britain. The United Kingdom isn't a particularly religious place, but they have held on to a lot of traditional holidays. Easter especially, because they get 2 bank holidays, paid days off, giving them a long weekend. Typically, this means most of the British population go to the pub and drink excessively multiple nights in a row. But there are other traditions they love. Easter is a major Christian holiday, celebrating the crucifixion and resurrection of Jesus. However, it was originally a pagan holiday, named after the Anglo-Saxon goddess of spring, Easter. It was then adopted by Christianity. However, there are celebrations for the coming of spring worldwide. Due to the holiday's rich origins, there are lots of weird and wonderful traditions the Brits have adopted. Easter traditions in Great Britain. Chocolate eggs. Eggs are a symbol of new life and spring, a tradition dating back before Christianity. Before chocolate eggs were created, people would exchange real eggs, specifically chicken eggs. They would be hard-boiled and dyed or painted in lots of colours. Traditionally, these eggs were wrapped in onion skin and boiled to create a mottled gold colour. Nowadays, shops are filled with all sizes and varieties of chocolate eggs. Cadbury's cream eggs are probably the most famous, with a thick chocolate shell and a sweet, thick cream inside. In 2019, British people spent a massive £206 million on Easter eggs. Chocolate Easter eggs start popping up in British supermarkets, sometimes as early as January. A much older tradition is the rolling of eggs down a hill, called pace egging. The owner of the egg that wouldn't crack would win. In some parts of Northern Ireland, this game is still played every year. Hard-boiled eggs are painted and rolled down a hill, and whoever's eggs roll the farthest wins. Similar to the famous cheese rolling race, the British people seem to really enjoy rolling food down hills. Although pace egging can be dangerous, it is said that all the shells from the eggs must be thoroughly crushed afterwards, otherwise witches will steal them and use them as boats. Egg and spoon race. An egg and spoon race is a race where the participants have to balance an egg on a tablespoon and race to the finish line. This is a very popular race during school sports competitions, along with the sack race and the 3-legged race. While it isn't a strict Easter tradition, every Brit has fond memories of an egg and spoon race around this time. Easter egg hunt. Easter egg hunts have been a tradition in the UK since the 19th century. The tradition was popular in Germany first, with Queen Victoria making it popular in the UK. It involves hiding either chocolate or painted, dyed, hard-boiled eggs for children to find. Sometimes the eggs are made of plastic and have sweets inside. Massive hunts are organised across the country, with hundreds of children taking part. Prizes are given to the children who find the most eggs. Hot cross buns. Hot cross buns are delicious sweet buns containing currants or raisins, and are one of the most significant Easter traditions in the UK. A cross is slashed onto the top of the bun before baking and then covered in sugar icing to create the famous cross on the top. These buns are served throughout the Easter period, but they can be found in supermarkets as early as January. The earliest mention of hot cross buns is from 1733. Good Friday comes this month, the old woman runs, with 1 or 2 a penny hot cross buns. It is believed that buns cooked on Good Friday are magical and do not go mouldy, making it a tradition to bake them on Good Friday. To the pagans, the cross on the bun symbolizes the sun wheel, a perfect balance at the time of the spring equinox. Originally, the Christian Church set out to ban the treats, but they were so popular they decided to adopt the hot cross buns into their traditions. They taste best warm, with thick butter and jam.
The Easter Bunny.
Rabbits and hares have always been seen as a symbol of fertility, ever since pagan times. A hare was the companion of the goddess Easter. Some people think this is why a rabbit is commonly associated with Easter. Sadly, hare hunting used to be a popular pastime in the UK during Easter, and some fundamentalist Christians believe the hare to be unchristian, which might explain why we celebrate the Easter Bunny, not the Easter hare. However, the first recorded writings of the Easter Bunny were actually from Germany, with the first edible bunny made of pastry and sugar being created in Germany in the 1800s. Now, chocolate bunnies are just as popular as the chocolate eggs. In the UK, children believe that if they have been good, the Easter Bunny will leave chocolates for them in the night.
Easter bonnet competitions.
Easter was traditionally a good day to get married. This could be why people dress up for Easter, wearing bonnets covered in ribbons, bells, and flowers. In schools, children have Easter bonnet competitions, seeing who can make the most creative and impressive Easter bonnet. In London, there is an annual Easter bonnet parade, where people can show off their homemade hats.
Easter flowers.
Lots of people in the UK buy brightly coloured flowers during Easter to decorate their homes with. Also, lots of churches hold flower festivals. Lilies are the official flower of Easter, often referenced in the Bible as a symbol of new life.
Morris dancing.
Morris dancing is a traditional English folk dance, usually accompanied by live music. This dancing dates back to the Middle Ages and was popular across the whole of England, with different parts of England having distinct dancing styles. It involves dressing up with ribbons and bells on your ankles. Sticks or swords are also used in the dance, hitting the sticks together in time with the dance and music. Traditionally, one man would carry an inflated pig's bladder on the end of a stick and hit the women on the head with it. This was seen as good luck. Thankfully, this isn't done anymore, but Morris dancing is still performed in some parts of England without the pig's bladder.
Maypole dancing.
Similar to Morris dancing, Maypole dancing involves a group of people holding onto ribbons attached to a tall central wooden pole, then, in time to the music, weaving in between each other in a circle to knot the ribbons around the pole. During the 16th century, Maypole dancing was actually banned by the church. The church thought it was considered too pagan and immoral. Unfortunately, this almost wiped out the tradition from Britain. People who danced with a maypole were seen as wicked. Soon after, Maypole dancing was seen as an act of defiance and resistance to the government. Easter is a beloved holiday in the United Kingdom. Winters in the UK are very miserable. Often British people see Easter as a hopeful reminder that the weather is getting warmer and it might stop raining soon. The UK is beautiful during this time of year. There are lambs in most fields, flowers are sprouting, and the sun sets later. There is no better place to celebrate Easter.